Good morning to all our Sports Today family members. These are the latest sporting headlines that's doing the rounds this Thursday, and we begin with all the attention that's going to be there on India versus Namibia. Today, India will face Namibia at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. The focus will be on the game today, but will be on the India versus Pakistan encounter in Colombo. That's why this is a dress rehearsal for the grand match that's going to take place on February 15th. After all the politics, after all the drama, they are going to play there. So that is why India versus Namibia gives them a chance to ensure that some issues are addressed, especially the middle order form, especially the top order form. Now, as far as the availability is concerned of three people, yesterday itself we confirmed Jasprit Bumrah will play. So that means Mohammad Siraj sits out. Abhishek Sharma. Now his availability will be decided at the toss today. Maybe he'll have a few throwdowns just before the match. He'll have a few things. But most likely his availability will be determined at the toss. But most likely he might be rested for this game and he could be ready for the Pakistan encounter. So Sanju Samson might get a chance today. Ishan Kishan. Now remember, he was hit on the toe by a Jasprit Bumrah Yorker. We all saw it yesterday. But he resumed batting after 10 minutes. So most likely it looks like Ishan Kishan is going to be fit and fine for this particular encounter. So that's why there is less worries about him. So Jasprit Bumrah confirmed, Ishan Kishan all but confirmed to play today. Abhishek Sharma, maybe for at the toss time you'll get a situation as to he might be available or he might not be available. So at the toss only we'll come to know at this point, at this stage. So Ishan Kishan also, he batted after 10 minutes without any pain after he was struck on the toe by a Jasprit Bumrah Yorker. So he is totally fine as well and he should be playing today. Now, there are three encounters that is going to take place today. Sri Lanka versus Oman, Nepal versus Italy and India versus Namibia. Sri Lanka Oman should be a mere formality. If Sri Lanka win, they are all but through to the Super 8s. They will only then have to face Australia as one of the prime contenders at this stage. Then when you look at it, Sri Lanka, Oman, then you've got Nepal, Italy. Nepal will be looking to win today after their good start against England. And then India versus Namibia, that is a thing which India will be hoping that yes, they get through without any issues whatsoever. Then, when you look at the current situation involving Rohit Sharma. Now, Rohit Sharma has made it clear that yes, he will do anything possible to ensure India win the ODI World Cup in 2027. That is the only thing missing in his resume at this point. Rohit Sharma has won the T20 World Cup twice, he's won the Champions Trophy twice, but he's never won the ODI World Cup. So he'll be wanting to desperately win the ODI World Cup. So that is why this is the thing. He says that he will do everything possible. There are retirement rumors, but he's not focusing on that. His prime aim is to ensure that, he's fit and fine for all the ODIs and that he plays against all the teams and does well for India and gives them the cup in 2027. That is the one thing that we are looking at this stage. Then, as far as the Afghanistan versus South Africa encounter is concerned, Jonathan Trott came for the press conference and he gave an interesting update as to why Mohammad Nabi was promoted ahead of Rahmanullah Gurbaz in the second over. Jonathan Trott believed that since a spinner was bowling, Mohammad Nabi is a better hitter of spin and that is why the promotion happened. But it didn't work. Well, clearly when you look at it, Mohammad Nabi, even though if he was a good hitter of spin, it just didn't make sense for them to send somebody who struggled even in the regulation game, 5 or 6. So that is why Jonathan Trott, that tactical decision that yes, send Mohammad Nabi so that he could be a better hitter of spin against Keshav Maharaj, just didn't work. Just did not work. And that is why it's a sad way to go. I mean, it was a very, very sad way for Afghanistan to go. Double super over. Now let's see how the rest of the tournament pans out because we have yesterday West Indies versus England has ensured that England now are on the brink of elimination if they don't do well against either Scotland or they don't do well against Italy. So that's why England-Scotland will be interesting if they have to stay open. So West Indies at this point, they have made a big statement of intent at this point that they are here to compete. They want to ensure that yes, they do well at this stage. Now, as far as the other sporting events are concerned, India got off to a rather rough start against the Belgium team in the FIH Pro League. This was the first international for India after a period of 2-3 months, and that is why India lost 3-1 to Belgium. Abhishek Lakra got a goal, but then unfortunately in Rohit, it was the Belgians who managed to ensure that they won it 3-1. And India will now be taking on Argentina in the next game. But yes, a loss in the FIH Pro League, especially when you look at this is the year for the Hockey World Cup and the Asian Games, it's not a good sign. So that's why tough start for India in this FIH Pro League campaign. Then as far as the other sporting event is concerned, the Badminton Tour has gotten a revamp. More tournaments, more prize money, but for India it's mixed news. The Syed Modi International was supposed to be a BWF 300 event, has been downgraded to a 100 event. There are no events in Guwahati in the BWF Tour. Then India Open, that is the only good news. It has retained its 750 mark despite all the issues of the cleanliness, the hygiene that was there at this point. So yeah, it's a bit of a bittersweet news, but it is still not good news yet that with Syed Modi now being degraded from 300 to a 100 at this stage. So yeah, today we will be doing all the latest inputs that are coming in from the India-Namibia game. I'll be there at the stadium, so you can catch me on Sports Today at this stage doing all that. And update on Ishan Kishan, please. And there is one more thing about Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan went Jai Hind saying, see, Ishan Kishan took a blow to his toe against a Jasprit Bumrah Yorker. And that is why there was a bit of a concern. But now, after that, 10 minutes later, he resumed batting and there was no pain whatsoever. So, he should be fine. He should be fine, Ishan Kishan. Abhishek Sharma, the call will be taken today in the toss. That's the thing. I think WC peaked Rafael Gautam after the ISA versus Afghanistan match. What do you think? See, the tournament is still there. Plus, you've got India-Pakistan. You don't know what all is going to happen. There will be some controversy. There will be something about how Usman Tariq performed against the Indians. How did that hype turn out to be? How was all that? So, boss, let us just not go into all those details about whether has the World Cup peaked or anything. If the associates put on a good show, the World Cup will do well. So, that's why the one-sided nature is rather low. It's a bit mixed at this stage. Africa still, WI have to play against Nepal. Group C still wide open. I am not so sure about that because see, West Indies have won against Scotland. West Indies can beat Nepal. I mean, see, they lost 2-1 in the bilateral series, but here they are well and truly capable of ensuring that they win well. But yeah, Nepal did put up a good show. If Nepal win versus Italy and then they beat West Indies, then England are in serious trouble. Because England then will have to beat Scotland and Italy, and Nepal then will have to beat Scotland as well. So there is a situation where West Indies England group can be the group of death. Now the group of death, which was originally New Zealand, Afghanistan and South Africa, that is no longer a group of death. It is New Zealand and South Africa are going through. Afghanistan need a big miracle. So that is the thing we are looking at. And for Amberjit Singh, first match FIH India lose Belgium 1-3. Mandeep Singh and Dilpreet Singh unavailability cost us the match. I mean, yeah, it was a big jolt for us, but then also remember, the Indian team did not play for a couple of months and the rustiness showed, whereas Belgium was playing with 6th game in the FIH Pro League. They had an early start. That's why it's not easy, Amberjit Singh. Then said, want to know your opinion on comments made on ICC being partial towards India, providing them all evening games. I mean, commerce, my friend, commerce. That's the situation. If that was the situation, why didn't the ICC need to be clear on all of those factors? But then the commerce aspect of it, India will only get the night games because 7 to 10 commercially, that is the most highest viewing slot that is there. Rest of the things, Pakistan played 11 a.m. game. They have played 2 7 p.m. games. Then they will play a 3 p.m. game as well. You get shifted around. South Africa also, they played a 7 p.m. game. They played 11 a.m. game. It's very, very strange at this point in time. And India will get the uniformity as far as this is concerned. But also understand one thing. When you look at ICC and India, there are certain things because you are the financial powerhouse. Certain benefits, you get certain privileges. That's the thing. Sir, need an interview of Dakshineshwar Suresh. What a find for India in lawn tennis. Sure, we hope that we can get an interview with Dakshineshwar Suresh. But understand one thing, it's all depending upon the timing and depending upon the situation. We will hope that we can get an interview with Dakshineshwar. But then in lawn tennis, let's make one thing very clear. He has a long, long way to go. So that is the situation with Dakshineshwar Suresh. Ishan fit hai na, Karan Tyagi, yeah, he is fit. Then why all associate nations want to chase irrespective of the condition? I don't understand their logic in SL. 8 out of 10 times you will lose if you don't restrict the opposition below 170. I don't know why. Maybe they are trying to come to terms with the conditions that's there. So maybe that is the situation. बोल रहे थे पाकिस्तान ने बॉयकॉट करा, इंडिया पैसे के लिए खेला, अब कहाँ है वो? Look, at this point in time, we are not going to believe anything that has been floated on social media. I mean, two nations are the master of a U-turn, which is Pakistan and Bangladesh. No one has gotten away cleanly at this point in time. So that is the situation. No one has gotten away cleanly. It was India's fault also primarily that you could not communicate. You couldn't tell the BCCI that please don't pick Bangladeshi players when there are tensions between New Delhi and Dhaka. It was clear. The situation didn't arise before Mustafizur. It was there from August 2024 when Sheikh Hasina was deposed. Since then there have been tensions. Why on earth would you still go ahead and pick Bangladesh players? That is the thing. So, Karan Tyagi, DK Suresh, Dakshineshwar Suresh kitne saal ka hai abhi? I mean, he's close to 24. Dakshineshwar Suresh, 24, 25. That's what, at top of my head, I can think about it. Why not India given at least given at least at 11 a.m. should have given at least one 11 a.m. game in this tournament? Paisa, commerce, my friend, commerce. 11 a.m. game doesn't generate that much of interest. 7 p.m. game does. Prime time viewing slots. That is the problem at this point in time. Then, sir, ये टीम के साथ मीटिंग में बोल सकते हैं कि रहमान अनसोल्ड जाना चाहिए. No, how on earth? See, we in India operate on a ad hoc basis. We operate on certain instructions, which is why government doesn't say anything, then we assume it is fine. We ourselves don't take that proactive decision at this point in time. So, no team meetings. We don't have team meetings in that sense. We don't realize the future, what is going on at this point. It's high time that ICC looks into associate nations grouped together with white ball games. And versus Namibia, USA, Netherlands, is it a leveler? No, it isn't a leveler. I think you need them in these groups with other nations. Currently, 24 age, Roger Federer was the number one. Well, because he had a system. Here, our system's been destroyed ever since the 1980s. Sanju will play India versus Pakistan and destroy Pak bowling. Raj is saying, well, let's hope so. But if Abhishek Sharma is fit, how will you not fit him in? Which is why Sanju, let's see how that pans out at this stage. So yeah, thank you so much folks for joining us for this morning wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.